In my earlier presentation, I have mentioned that heaven on earth is very close to us. Although people say that it is Kali Yuga, still another few 100,000 years are still to go, meaning that we are going to suffer for that long of a time. That's not true. In my opinion, and also others too, of the tradition of Yogananda, believe that already Kali Yuga is fading. Ever since science began to take over, and when light bulb was invented, and then the whole world gained access to seeing things even during night time. Anyway, what am I going to do for you on October 5th, which is the 200th birthday of Swami Ramalingam? We got to first understand that if humanity has to completely be away from pain and suffering, we have to get back to our original self or body, and that is the light body. Light is the fundamental building blocks, light particles or light waves, photon waves, which constitute our reality or mass, is our real self, our Atman, our soul. Jesus talked about it and I mentioned that too, and every religion talks about it. Now I'm going to give you how we are going to not only understand theoretically the possibility of the light body, but practically how all this can be made possible. Let's talk about Einstein. Einstein's discoveries are all through what he called as thought experiment. If we just think about something, like Einstein imagined that he is speeding, although sitting in a bus, he was thinking that the bus was speeding at the speed of light. And that led him to understand light. So if we think about light being God, will open up your brain, your subtle bodies. It will take your intellect, your rational mind, to the intuitive mind, to the mind that can conceive of everything, to the domain of omnipotence, omnipresence and omniscience. That is why people keep on chanting, Arut Perum Jodi, Arut Perum Jodi, Arut Perum Jodi. We can prove that what happens to every neuron when you say Arut Perum Jodi. When I was doing my research at Harvard, they found out that the sound ah went everywhere in the brain. I can talk about all these things during the program. They called it as global representation of the brain takes place with the sound ah. Remember, I am also the one who taught the ah meditation to Wayne Dyer for manifestation. And here we are going to manifest not only material things but also the subtle bodies that are not visible to our physical eyes. So what is the subtle body composed of? Not the flesh and blood, the food that we eat becomes the flesh. And that is needed too. So we are going to look into everyone in detail. How the breath, which is called the breath body, unites us with the body and the soul. The breath is important. But it is more than oxygen. Oxygen is involved, but oxygen has negative qualities, especially when it becomes reactive, which we call as O minus. So we are going to experience the physical body and the subtle body connection through the body of the breath, which is our prana. And that will be a very, very special pranayama technique. That is also a technique for manifestation. Then why the mind is able to think something but the body is not able to experience it? It is because, again, we have to understand the relationship between body and mind, one being one-dimensional, the other being three-dimensional, and how the object evolves and experience that mind-body connection. And then the subtle body can be experienced in the dream plane also. Finally, the bliss body, after you have experienced the transformation of the physical body into the pranic body, with the mental body, although the sound body, I will explain all this to you and also give sounds, mantras for that. That will be to celebrate the 200th birthday of Swami Ramalingam. He said that don't worry about money. Money is not going to relieve you from diseases and death. Money is not going to relieve you from disappointments and suffering. What can relieve you from pain per se is the light body. That's why if there is one thing that is worth pursuing in this lifetime, that is the light body. When you have the light body, then you won't be even able to feel dejected, depressed, and hopeless. Light will diffuse depression. And then also on the day, I'm going to talk about Madhva, a Vaishnavite saint who lived in the 13th century. And he did one thing more, and that is, he took his physical body with him instead of turning it into a light body. That is also something I'm very interested in. I have visited that place where he demanifested. And I will also talk about that and then do some meditation around it. I already have a lot of techniques to teach on the October 5th, which is the Ascension Day of Swami Ramalingam. Now I'm going to speak at length about the transformation of the physical body. How the physical body will lose its physicality. The blood, the bones, the breath, and how you will really take off, and then will become pure light, and how much do you have to do on your own and how much divine help is available. And then this will be divided into attaining the body called Suddha Deha. Suddha Deha is pure body. There is no disease, nothing. Okay? The body is glowing. And I will teach you the sounds that Ramalingam used to get to the pure body, which has no suffering, no physicality as the physical body itself. You can see that body, and then that will be a body of youth. And the second stage is the body of Om. Om is the mantra that creates everything. So that you will get the Om body. So I will give you some training on how to do the Om. Create the Om body and become aware of it. And then the Jnana body is the third body that Ramalingam has talked about. That is a body in which you know everything. Everything you can know. You can go to any galaxy and come back, and that is the ultimate that you can accomplish. They also will teach you how to astral travel to certain galaxies with the Jnana Deha. I will give the technique that you have to practice it. Of course, it's not that on the day you are all going to disappear, but I wish we could and pray for it. But it takes time. There's at least shortened time. Okay, that's what we can aspire to at this point. But heaven can do anything, God can do anything, so we don't want to lose our faith. And we are living because of God, and we are grateful to Him. We pray to Him. Pray. Prayer is very powerful. Okay, prayer is a miracle. Now I'm going to talk about Krishna's heaven. Krishna is the last avatar of Vishnu, the high god of the Hindus. There is one more avatar, which is the 10th avatar, Kali avatar, which is yet to happen. But Krishna avatar, which is the 9th avatar, has been completed. He represented everything that is beautiful, fulfilling, abundant, no scarcity, but ability to do everything that you want to do. And Krishna himself maintained a divine body. There is nothing that you cannot do when you have a body like that. Krishna did live on this earth plane, and about 5,000 years ago he left the body and went back to his heaven. And Krishna's heaven is also the heaven of Vishnu, because it is the Vishnu who incarnates as different avatars. So what's going to happen? It is a plane it is in the space of incredible joy, happiness, and then what you do is you continuously think about the Lord. There is no flesh and blood. You're filled with ecstasy. And there is no limitation whatsoever. So if you want to know more about it, at least the astral plane, if you go to the autobiography of a yogi, where Yogananda is being visited by his master who died, light particles joined together, and he saw the Yukteswar and Yukteswar told, "Oh my God, I am in heaven. The astral heaven is so beautiful. You can get everything you want here in an instant, and then there is nothing to worry about at all." And the Krishna's heaven is million times more beautiful than that. And it is worth spending your lifetime on earth. Now I will tell you how you can develop Krishna's consciousness, or the consciousness of the Krishna's heaven during this session, with sounds and emotions and narratives, all of them. We will try to put it into this program. And now I want to say a few things about what is there when you are in the heaven of Vishnu. And he is sleeping on a huge bed of snake, and it is floating on a milky ocean. His eyes are closed, he is meditating, he is in deep harmony with the galaxies, and from his navel comes Brahma. And then all around him are heavenly beings. We want to spend time on Kamadhenu, which is a divine cow, and with a human face and a cow's body. Kamadhenu is one that gives you everything that you think. You just go and pray to Kamadhenu, Kamadhenu will make that happen. And then there is a wish-fulfilling tree also there, and then you talk to the tree as well. And then I will also teach you at the time some secret ways of communicating with the divine cow, and also with the money tree, Kalpa Vriksha, to be filled with extraordinary consciousness of extraordinary wealth and bliss will be the program is about. I'm very happy that I am doing it to you. God bless.